How did Mormon pioneers name the Joshua tree? Imagine traveling through the vast Mojave Desert with the sun blazing overhead. You come across a strange, spiky plant with twisting branches reaching toward the sky. Now, how did this plant get its name? Well, the story goes that Mormon pioneers, who moved west in the mid-1800s, saw this plant and thought it looked like the biblical figure Joshua raising his arms in prayer or guidance. They believed the tree was pointing the way for their journey, much like Joshua did for the Israelites in the Bible. This idea stuck with people and helped popularize the name Joshua Tree. But it's interesting to note that this story is more of a legend than a documented fact. The earliest written mention of the name Joshua Tree appears in a letter from a botanist named Charles Perry in 1874. That was a few years after the Mormon migration, so it's not clear if the pioneers actually called it that. Some experts think the name might have become common later, in the early 1900s, rather than during the pioneers' time. Before the name Joshua Tree caught on, early settlers and botanists often called it tree yucca or yucca palm because it is a type of yucca plant. Native Americans, like the Coahuila people, had their own names for it, such as Hanuvat chia. They used its leaves for weaving and its seeds for food, showing how important the plant was to their way of life. Today, the Joshua Tree is a symbol of the Mojave Desert and a big part of Joshua Tree National Park. Park rangers often tell visitors the story of how it got its name, connecting the plant's natural beauty with the history of the people who named it. The tree's unique shape and the story behind its name make it a memorable sight for anyone exploring California's desert regions. Even though scientists say it is technically a type of yucca and not a true tree, the Joshua Tree's name and legend add a special layer of meaning to the landscape. It reminds us how stories and nature often blend together to create the culture of a place. Whether or not the story is completely true, it helps us see the Joshua Tree as more than just a plant. It's a symbol of resilience and the human desire to find stories in the world around us.